My life is like all about controversy and drama. No, I don't want to live a life of, oh, I was abused, I was what. No, I want to live a life of going forward. When it comes to relationships, I won't label my exes as
bad people.
Sure. The bad happened. And I've been on one of the most people that people were trying to cancel and everything, but I want to say that I'm beyond the cancel culture. Friendship breakups are deeper than relationship breakups.
They hurt. The show is Engineer Your Life, and I'm Lungelo KM. Welcome to another growth conversation. Of course, if you're clicking on this, it means you know who I'm having a conversation with today. Quite the unusual guest, but I promise you it's going to be worth it rather. Before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe, right? Don't forget to like this episode, because as you like our episodes, we are able to get more guests, great guests like the one we have today. Inno Morolong.
Hey, darling.
What does Inno stand for? Innocentia.
Innocentia,
ne?
Innocentia, like the innocent girl.
Ne? It's so you.
It's so me.
How's your heart, today? How's your heart today?
My heart today is pure, it's beautiful, it's just chilled.
Yeah. Where does this purity come from? Is there a shift that's been happening in your life?
Yeah, a very huge shift, because obviously my life is like all about controversy and drama. So I'm tired. I get tired as a person.
Yeah.
I'm all about chilled.
You are very beautiful in person. It's the first time I'm meeting you. I'm surprised your heart is not a bit shaky, because you said you broke nails before you came.
Yes, nails were breaking.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, let me not be a diva. Let me just wear some gloves.
Be fabulous.
Be fabulous.
Winter in Paris. Let's leave Paris and come back to Welkom.
Yeah.
Where it all started. Welkom, what type of place is Welkom?
Welkom is a small town. From Tapong, like Wakasi.
Yeah.
It all started there. Like, I've always entered beauty pageants that side. I've always wanted to be that girl.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted, and I feel like I am. You tell the universe what you want to be, and the universe follows.
Yeah.
You don't just tell the universe, you also put on the hard work. So I've always put on the hard work, just being this girl from a small town, and then I'm still here in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
In my language, Barry Josie, there's this legendary radio person I listen to, Ntate Thusomtau. So I feel like, just a small town girl from the Free State. I'm trying this life thing here in Joburg, and it's working out.
2010, we had the FIFA World Cup, and it was hosted in South Africa. Welkom, I don't think you guys have a stadium, but the FIFA World Cup energy was everywhere.
Yeah.
Where was Inno in 2010? What was she doing? Was she celebrating the World Cup like everybody else? What was going on in her life?
The funny thing is, in 2010, I think I was still a student or something. But the funny thing is, I was part of the FIFA 2010 people working in Bloemfontein.
Yeah.
I experienced it. I was having so much fun in the stadium, Bloemfontein. So Bloemfontein is our town, is our big city, city of roses.
Yes.
So I was there. I was part of it. The funny thing.
So what are you doing there when you're working?
I was just working. My sister had segregation card, whatever that you call that.
Sure.
She was working, and then I was like just there as a sister, also part of like working with her and stuff like that. But she was working full time with the team and everything.
yeah.
But I was part of it. I was still young at the time. I think maybe I was still maybe like 19 or 18 somewhere. I was 18, maybe, I'm not sure, but I was there. I've been a go-getter. I'm telling you about Inno, the go-getter.
I see it. I'm assuming there you were still in tertiary. Is that time of life?
I was at high school.
Oh, you were still in high school.
High school, but a go-getter.
Which high school?
Tito High School.
Tito High
School. Yeah. I told you guys, I've never been to any private school or any fancy school, but yeah.
Yellow shirt? Did you wear a yellow shirt?
I was wearing a white shirt.
Wearing a white shirt?
And a maroon uniform from primary school and from to high school.
Yeah. Do you remember your favorite teacher and why they were your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher, I have to think about that. So yeah, I think my favorite teacher at I would say at high school was Mem Muthleleni. She had this child called Oko. I don't know if Oko is still alive or something, because I had some. So why I'm saying she's my favorite teacher, she was always like, you know what, you guys are in the ghetto here, but I want you guys to swim and everything. So I was a girl from Ikazi, but I did swimming as a sport at high school. So I would always remember that, because I'm a single mom. So my daughter is doing swimming and a lot of other things. She's at one of the best schools, but I would remember somebody that showed me light of the bright side from Ikazi, I would say, this is my favorite teacher. Why? Because she was like, no, you can register at Vision Active. Your parents can do that. Then enter swimming classes. So I love swimming. So I did swimming as a sport at high school.
Interesting, because I think swimming is a good representation of well, I should say a lot of your life, the decisions you've taken, even the controversies, because there's a lot of fighting involved in swimming. You're sort of fighting for your life to try and get to swimming, an end goal.
Breathing, in and out on, freestyle, backstroke.
2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, where we are now, do you believe you're living in your purpose?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
And what does purpose mean to you?
To me, what does it mean to you?
To me, it means, as you said before we started recording, you said, you remind me of Mfundisi, but I'm not. But purpose for me is very spiritual. It just means daily understanding what the Holy Spirit is telling me and listening and being in tune with it. That's all I want to feel like I'm in purpose. Is that a okay-ish enough explanation?
Yes. I every explanation, it depends on a person, on how they believe. It's like in every culture. So I think I am. Please repeat your question again.
Do you believe you are living in purpose, and how do you define purpose?
I feel like I am, because purpose, if I'm not mistaken, remember I didn't go to any private school. Purpose, are you Sutu? Oh my gosh, I mean, Zulu. So purpose, I would say I am, because at this point, whatever that I'm doing with a very pure intentions.
I hear you.
It's all about intentions and how I feel and where I am going and where I am at the point. So I feel like, yes.
Is the controversy part of your purpose? Hey family, quick one. As you know, our podcast is all about growth conversations. It's all about igniting your power. It's all about healing the inner parts of who we are that are difficult to deal with and difficult to manage. As we do that, we'd like your assistance in growing the platform by you subscribing, by you liking all our videos. It helps us to reach greater audiences and change more lives. Do continue enjoying the episode.
The funny thing is controversy, the drama, everything. So it's all part of it. I won't say like it's part of it that today I want to plan that I'm trending, no, or I'm fighting with someone. No.
Yeah.
It just goes. Get into it, Lamfel.
You fell in love one day. You fell in love. We all do. If you have never, I'm sorry. It's a beautiful feeling. You fell in love one day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you kept it private for the most part of it, falling in love, building together with a prominent radio personality. And we are now hearing of it when the love is not so beautiful anymore, or the uglier side of love. Do you remember when you guys fell in love?
Oh my gosh. Are you asking about love specifically, or?
Do you remember when you fell in love with him?
I I can't say who and what, but regarding love, I would say as a person, people always expect the drama and everything. But the funny thing is, when people or somebody decides to date me, I won't lie, and I'm not making this up. These people won't leave me alone. I'm a lover.
Yeah.
They love me. So anyone that I have dated falls deeply in love with me. And specifically, there's people that have known me for years that will come for me for years, trying to pursue me because I'm not that easy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then once they get me, they don't get a piece of me immediately. So they get to know me, and then they go like, oh, we're expecting this Inno, the drama, the Inno that can maybe insult a person. And the funny thing, they get disappointed because besides social media, besides my brand and my blogs, I'm human.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I'm a sweetheart. I'm a lover. So, what was your question again?
Are you suggesting that when people fall in love with you, they fall deeply, almost obsessive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. So it goes back to if a person can pursue you for like maybe 8 years or more, and still even like, okay, now we are on a dating stage. You are the inner and I'm staying sent and I'm fine. I've got my own things. I've got my car. I've got whatever, my life going on. And when you meet me and you see the beauty side of me, you don't see the crazy, you see on the internet, then immediately you go like, I don't want you in Santon anymore. I want you in my house.
Yeah.
But because I'm a lover girl, I'd be like, I will respect my man at this point. I'll go and stay with you. And yeah, I'll just be the lover girl.
So you were pursued for 8 years by the radio personality. You stayed together.
Which radio personality, guys? Nah.
It's in your own words. You've alleged in the papers through court documents that you were in a relationship that ended up in abuse. Your own words in the papers, and you've never disputed it. Come out and dispute it and say those publications were producing false news about you, right? So you fell in love, were pursued for all these years by this person. It's a question. I'm not imposing that it happened. You can dispel whether I'm right or wrong. You lived together at a point, kept it private, but now we're only learning about it when the very sad thing of alleged abuse has happened.
Yo, guys, I thought I'm here to talk about my caps. Not all of that. But all I can say is, what is your question again? Like, my head is all over.
Are you okay?
I maybe, maybe not.
Which is fair. Which is fair.
Maybe,
Is that
not.
situation still difficult to deal with?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's fair. Where are we on the
Because
healing scale?
we are there's lawyers involved.
Okay.
There is a lot of things involved. So all I can say is the person was a nice person. We enjoyed our time. We were always together almost every day. And I think what went wrong is what I would say is back in the, because the person does not drink and everything, and I kind of maybe had a drinking problem, kind of, maybe that's what he believed that I had, and maybe, but we were doing this relationship thing quite nice and private, and that was amazing. So at this point I would not emphasize on people pointing, the media pointing, oh, abuse, this is, and because even if maybe allegedly, maybe it happened or not, at this point where I am, I don't want to live a life of, oh, I was abused, I was what. No, I want to live a life of going forward. I want to be this beautiful girl that, oh,
Which
maybe
you are.
I want to be this beautiful girl,
Yes.
having hope
Yeah.
to fall in love again.
Yes.
And be like, no relationship is perfect. It's not even about that one only. Most relationships, fairy tale. I'm a nice girl when it comes to, I will mop the floor. I would even go on like Kealeboga. I'm a lover girl. So at this point, I won't sit and tarnish any ex of mine, because even
It's unfair.
It's unfair.
Yeah.
I had this, I'll make an example with Utapiwa. The pastor is a pastor. We dated for a couple of, like a long time, and then everything happened so fast. That's one person I can comfortably talk about on interviews because he's so matured. This man, I thought it was too good to be true. So he's a pastor now, and when I met him, I was driving a Polo Vivo, and it was overheating. He was like, Inno, you can't be a celebrity and you're driving a Polo. But at that point, guys, I don't want to, like, even till today, yes, I can be so big or whatever that people think, but I feel like cars and phones, they're just material things. As long as a person can get from point A to B.
Sure.
I have them all. Yes, I do have those things, but I feel like it's because of adding to the status. So all I can say is, when it comes to relationships, I won't label my exes as
bad people.
Sure. The bad happened.
Like most relationships.
But for Inno to stay in any relationship for a couple of months, for a couple of years, staying with a man, and now I want to rubbish any man on an interview, it won't be fair. Because what about the nice times that we had together? Because yes, we can. I feel like the bad moments, that's when, like the same way with Utapiwa, I love him. I love him still as a friend because I'm scared of him. And he still loves me. He won't leave me alone. Sorry. And the others, y'all know yourselves. But I would just like to say that that's why I feel like people emphasize on the abuse, because that's when it triggers the most.
Sure.
And I had this other ex I dated for like over 3 years. That was like one of my most longest relationships. So everybody was like, it was with Chris. That's Chris. That's my ex. We stayed together for like 3 years, Morningside in Sandton. And people labeled me as this girl. I want things from guys. I don't care. Chris didn't even have a car, but we're like staying together at that time, like helping each other. So he was even driving my car at that time that I was paying for, and my dad was helping me to pay for. So, but when I decided to leave Chris, initially, that's when he tried to fight me in front of my mom, my dad, I was like, done. And then with Utapiwa, when I decided that we are done, was when money was going into his head. And he could think that, oh, now I'm taking you to the clubs. We are used to pubs. Now you go into the clubs, you are popping A's. You think you can talk to me anyhow. You can walk all over me. yeah, that's when I was like, this is done. And we went to his house. And I remember there was a time, there was a, a chair that had, what's this? So I thought this person was going to stab me with that because everything is happening so fast.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both very physical, both.
Okay.
And when my friends now, they were like, we are all scared of your guy and even you. So my friends had to be like, every time you're calling us to help you, but we can't help anymore. That's when I decided I have to stop. Even with other people you're asking me about, the media personalities.
Yeah.
I have pictures and videos of him throwing my bags around, saying, I don't know what, like a man will ask you move in, and once they get upset, they will try to chase you like a dog. And I'm not a dog. I've got my own money. I buy my own bags. I buy my own things. And like I said, life is not about material things. Like I don't care much. Yes, it's a plus on our life, but the moments that matters is when I'm with you in the silence. How are you behaving around me when we are just chilling? Besides the gigs, besides the interviews, what type of a person are you when people are not there?
Upon reflection, how has it made you feel that so many of your romantic relationships have ended in drama? When you're all alone thinking to yourself, because we do reflect sometimes, even when things are done to us, we take accountability for the wrong we contributed, right? Now you look very calm, and as I said, you look very beautiful. You're happy. You came here. You gave us amazing attitude, amazing energy. So I see there's a level of healing that you've chosen to do, right? How do you feel about the drama that it always ends in, and do you still want things to end like that in future?
And I like that question. Is what I always tell everybody, that what happens to you, whether it's good or bad, you sometimes also have to like do a self introspection.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then I'm like, in between everything, that's why when you're asking me about the abuse, sorry, and then I don't emphasize on that most, because I'm like, okay, how did I contribute in this? How did I trigger somebody? So I feel like as a person, maybe I would trigger somebody with words. Maybe if things don't go my way, or if I would, how can I say this? Like relationships are like that. They become a bit toxic. And there is no way
If we are unhealed in certain aspects of who we are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why before I move on, I like to do some self-care and self-love, so that I love myself more.
Yeah.
But I don't want to lie, I've done that so much, in a point whereby whether I'm in a relationship or not, I'll go get my hair done, nails done, I'll look pretty. But then when I date this man, I feel like it intimidates them that, oh, you are this
Barbie doll.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then that's when now their move in will come, like, okay, be here. Like they don't want me to be for the public anymore. They do try to act like, well, we wish you well, do this. But I can see that you want me to just be here.
So you're saying men get attracted to the Barbie and then want to tame her and put her in a house and make her a hidden housewife?
Thank you.
Ne?
The funny thing, yes, they do that a lot. They do that, and they would act like, no, I like it when you're working. They like it when you're working, when it's TV shows, when you're getting more popular. But when it's like the clubs and other things, they become like, they become a bit more insecure. That's when now emotionally it's draining them, but they won't tell you. But you will see it. That's where the self-introspection comes. And then you'd see that, okay, Konisha Manzi.
Do you like being a Barbie doll now for yourself?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a black Barbie.
Yeah.
Am I not a black Barbie?
You're gorgeous.
I am, but it takes a lot of work and money and dedication. I mean, growing up, I've done pageants. even my daughter is in patience. I'm not emphasizing that, oh, a black child should just be this girl with the Brazilian hair, with the, the artificial. I think people think Barbie is all about that. Sorry, who's flipping calling me? I need to put my phone on flight mode. I'm so sorry.
No probs. Yeah, people think that Barbie is all about artificialness, and that's why I'm asking you if you like being a Barbie, because a lot of it has people thinking Inno is highly superficial and artificial. So do you relate with being superficial and artificial?
I do relate to that because I've done plastic surgeries but I feel like before even plastic surgery, I was the Inno. I was a popular girl as a
Natural.
and
Yeah.
I'll have to say it this way. I was fat. I was a fat girl.
Mm-hmm.
But I was still the Inno. I was still running the clubs. People knew me in the industry of the clubs.
Yes,
because I feel
yes.
like that's where I'm popular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What happens there? Actually, take me there.
To the clubs.
What's going on there? What does your day look like when you're at work at a club?
The club? Like now, I'm very stressed. It looks easy, but it's stressful. I have to get the baddies, the ballers. I have to get the rich men to come to the club. I have to get the cute Barbie dolls, the girls. So if people think I can be a club host, no, you can't, honey. You have to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm a brand, people book me because of what I bring.
Okay.
Yes, the club plus minus, they can give you a 10,000 award appearance, but what are you bringing?
Mm-hmm.
They give you a rider, free alcohol for you and your guests, but what are you bringing for them?
Mm-hmm.
If you bring more, if they spend more, then more money for you.
I see when you're looking for the Barbie dolls, as you say, you will put up posts and you will describe specifically how people must look.
So you remember that
Skinny, skinny, stomach, bikini body.
Yeah.
Why is it so specific to look that Barbie superficialness?
Yeah, because it's important in the clubs. That's why they hire. It's like, how can I say it? There's a market for everyone. There's people that will prefer plus size. There's people that will prefer white, black, whatever, in every brand. Even you on your show, you'd prefer, okay, I would want, or I would want Latoya, whoever. That's what you want. It's your job. It's what you want on your own show. So the clubs, they have their own entitlement of what they want for their own brand. Either they want the girls with the flat stomach or the chubby girls. It's what they want.
Sure.
It's their money. They pay a lot. They pay bouncers. They pay workers. So that's what they want. Me as a club host, I have to make sure that, the girls are presentable. The girls look. Then I get my paycheck.
And where do you leave these girls? Are you just drinking with them here?
They're drinking with me.
Yeah. 5 a.m. in the morning, you just leave and it's done. Their job is done for the day after you've gotten them. Like, I just want to understand the mechanics of what those girls are there to do.
Yeah, if I say, hi, join my table, you're just there to party with Inno.
Oh, okay.
I'm a brand. For you to sit with me,
Okay,
first of all,
come
is a
on.
big deal.
Yeah.
But then I do get other girls' jobs, like bottle girls, waiters, or other upcoming club hosts. I give them jobs. But if I say, oh, come and join my table, you're just joining my table. I give you drinks, I give you whatever. That's it.
I'll push you a bit. Would you want your daughter to do your job?
No. No, never. That's why she's in one of the best schools.
Why not?
Why not? Because it's stressful. I told you, even now from here, I've got 2 gigs.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like my job is I'm going to meet the man or it's gonna drain me emotionally or what. But nah.
What type of life do you want for her? Education and formal career?
Education
for accountant, dokotela.
Education from even like now my daughter is very talented.
Yeah.
I paid her DJing lessons. Even if she gets into the industry, she's gonna be like, let me make an example with, she can be maybe a zonke. Make an example, like, you are there, you're in the entertainment industry, but not there, or am I Cikizwa?
Yeah.
Do you understand? You are there, but so I won't say I'm forcing I don't want to force my daughter to do any career to be a doctor or an accountant, or she's a niche. When I look at her, sometimes I go like, her body is amazing, her talent, her dancing. I'm like, my gosh. So she amazes me. So even if she wants to be in the industry, even in the club industry, I feel like maybe she will even do. I won't stop her, but it's stressful, my friend. Like me, that I'm a club host. Maybe she can be a dancer somehow, or a DJ. She's doing already. She's in piano lessons. She's doing well, but I don't think she will be in the kind of industry. I see her as like an Adele, as your Zonke, as somebody that is,
Sure.
as your Lyra, as, there's levels in the industry. I'm also in the industry on the level of the hosts. There's your Kanye Baus that started as, I'm just this girl that is dating a sugar daddy. You understand? So I wouldn't want my daughter to be that girl, but she has a choice.
What does motherhood mean to you?
It means everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, like somebody got cloned somebody out of me. But I'm doing it. That's why I'm taking her to the best schools, doing everything best. Mommy, I want to check how is it to be a DJ. I'm like, oh, you want to check? I'm not taking you to Auntie Eva's studio. Let me go pay for this. Everything is, I'm doing everything professional for my daughter. I don't want my daughter to be stressed, or I want to go to a music studio. I have to sleep my way up, or I want to. No. Mommy can pay for this. I take her on trips, international trips, everything my daughter gets.
Aren't you scared though that because you are so involved in the entertainment industry and the controversy that you've been subjected to, it doesn't demonstrate a good example to her?
No, I'm not scared because she knows her truth.
Okay.
You can see somebody's values when you're chilling with them, and then she's like, she knows. I'm like, no. Even when I'm training or whatever, when people are saying she knows her mommy, she's like, oh, mommy, I love you so much. She'll write me a letter. I'm not scared. But I know it's out there. She can see some of the things, not everything. But I sit down with my daughter and my family because I'm from a small town. I educate them about these things.
A lot of people, deem you to pull publicity stunts for attention, because you want to remain relevant. Would you think there's truth in that?
Because I want to remain relevant. I don't do. It's to remain relevant. I feel like it comes naturally.
Okay.
There's people that will try whatever they can do. They can launch drinks, alcohol brands. They can whatever,
and it just doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yes. So be relevant. You're born with it, guys. Like you just born with it, and then other people have to invest a lot of money to just remain relevant.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm one of the people that are born with it because
you don't have to do much for it.
I don't. I know that the Twitter streets, everybody knows me. Instagram, all the blogs, people know me.
Yeah.
I don't have to try.
Yeah. Would you say then fame works for you? It's not the other way around where you're trying to be famous at all costs?
Guys, I don't know. People, like all current shows, I don't go and apply to be on a reality show. I've never done that. They come to me and I'm like, oh, wow, thank you for the opportunity. From all the reality shows I've done, I've been on so many shows on Showmax. We don't send CVs for that.
Yeah.
They call me, hi, can you be on this show? They call me. I don't send a CV like, oh, guys, I want to be on Showmax. Can I send a CV? It comes naturally. And absolutely. I feel like that's where now being authentic and being natural comes from. People will find you. And I've been on one of the most people that people were trying to cancel and everything. But I want to say that I'm beyond the cancel culture. That's on. I'm beyond the cancel culture. There was a point in my life where I felt like I'm losing everything. People are canceling me.
What happened then?
Yeah, people were saying I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I'm running a blog. I talk bad about people. Like, there was just a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
Ramaphosa tried to put me on a boxing match for almost 500,000, and then we got sponsors for Faro and other cancelled. But I was paid my 50,000 for being a part of whatever that was, and I was happy, and I appreciate that. So, but do you understand? There's so many opportunities that
You've lost?
I've lost.
Yeah. Because of cancel culture? But does Inno not take responsibility for some of the behavior that makes people want to cancel her?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. That's why now I'm a bit
Reserved. Yeah.
And even going to church. I've done so many nice things.
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself.
You are currently in house arrest. Am I wrong? Am I right?
No comment.
No comment. Without getting into detail once again, because it's a legal matter, what makes a friendship fall apart to that point?
All I can say is friendship breakups are deeper than relationship breakups.
They hurt.
Because they don't even hurt, because you already know the bullshit person you deal with. But they're deeper, like in a way of dirty, than relationships, because your friend will know where you're going, know everything. And like, obviously, maybe sometimes with your partner, you know,
you conceal a few things.
Yes. Friendship breakups.
A friend becomes a sister.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it just, when somebody becomes obsessed with you, they feel like they own you. They feel like you can't go above them. You buy a better car when they thought you were below them.
We all have experienced those friendships where I want you to be my friend, but I always want to be better than you. So you must always look up to me.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And everybody that knows me, they will tell you, will put, I'm not a
put you on. Yeah.
I put everybody on.
Yeah.
I'm a girl that puts on everyone, basically. So all I can say with other friendships, people will enjoy seeing you being an ice girl, and of which in my life I've never been an ice girl. That's why all the powerful people, they are friends with me.
Absolutely.
Because they know,
they understand your power,
my power, and my connections.
Sure.
In the media industry, politics, everywhere in general. And all I can say is, friendship, guys, is fucked up.
Do you still believe in it?
I believe. I've got amazing friends that I travel with, that everything, they put everything on a, I've got amazing friends. Amazing friends that give me the best advices, that will be like, do this, don't do that.
I'm intrigued you bounced back with so much power and strength, because for me, when I've gone through friendship breakups, it has hurt deeply, and it has sort of changed the way I approach other friendships. I'm more guarded now with new friendships. I'm more careful with who's around me. And you seem to be a person who still appreciates friends and still believes in friendship. Where do you think you get that from?
I feel like, you know what, every day I would meet new people, and I always have this in me. Everybody can have a gut feeling. If you don't go with something, it will tell you. Sometimes the gut feeling is very right, or sometimes it's wrong. Could be like, I was never said you want to go there, but I had a good time. Sometimes it'll be like, I knew something would happen, then it didn't happen. So I give other new friendships a chance, and they even work better than my older ones. And I'm like, imagine if I didn't want to be friends with new people because I thought this person was gonna fuck me over, So guys, let's leave. Let's have new friends. But besides friendship and going on fake lunches and everything, let's all motivate. You know what? Let me tell you one thing. For me to leave my house, for me to drive my car that I'm paying so hard for, I go like, what is happening? What am I getting?
Sure.
Or what are you getting?
Yeah.
It's either I'm getting some, I want everyone
To benefit.
Yeah. I want you to benefit
Yeah.
as my friend. I want to benefit as your friend. And I'm not stupid. It's like with your likes of Davido or any celebrity, when they're in South Africa, he's got money, but he will be some guy that you hear like he just got money. He's rolling with Davido. Why? Because he's not stupid. Like Davido is letting this guy spend money on him. So that's how life should be.
Yeah.
If you're there, people must spend on you to earn wherever, to chill with you. That's why people are taking each other to court or whatever, because you feel like, this person didn't deserve it. No. Chill with people on your level. Chill with people on your level so that you know that, we are losing money here with these things we don't talk about. There's people that, I've been in the industry for years. There's club owners. There's things that are happening that I cannot call out, no matter how crazy I am.
Yeah.
There's things that I cannot talk about.
Yeah.
Because of the level of the respect and the money and power and everything.
I want to go back to Velcom.
Yeah.
What does family mean to you? You don't speak about much about mom and dad. Are they still around?
Yeah.
And what do they mean to you?
My parents mean the world. Those are my biggest support system.
Yeah.
You can ask my bestie Eva. If I travel, like people have seen me traveling in the world, but people think maybe men are flying me or something. I'm a last born at home. My parents love me to death.
Yes.
People maybe think my parents are like, this girl, she's crazy. My parents love me, and I love them so much. My parents mean the world to me.
What's the last thing you said to your mother in the last phone call you had?
Like, I love you. She was like, there's one girl I'm taking to court that came from my family. We don't even know the girl.
Yeah.
But the girl came through.
Yeah, it's Ndalo, Inno.
The girl came through someone that is trying to clean their image.
Okay.
So in the public, this person is not insulting me, but they're sending somebody to insult me. I don't know the person. So my mom was like, how is the court case going? I'm like, no, it's going well because, we're dealing with it.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, I love you. I love you too, mommy. I love my mom. I love her so much. I love my mom, my dad. I'm more closer to my dad because my dad doesn't stress me.
Mother's life, it's stressful.
My mom would be like, there was a time I was there for a simple 5,000 rands. 5,000. She was like, hey, go get a job as a police woman or something. I'm not lying. There was a time I had to do my Schengen visa when I went for the Rugby World Cup.
Yes.
I asked my dad to borrow me 50,000. He did. Immediately, instantly. But my mom, imagine 5,000. Go get a job as a police woman. But my dad would just give me and then I would pay him back. Yeah.
Before I get into Choza, because I've been looking at this beautiful cup. You spoke about God earlier, going to church and choosing a life where your spirituality matters. What does God mean to you right now in your life?
God means everything because sometimes I don't want to talk to people currently dating someone. And I feel so bad because I was like, sometimes I don't want to talk to. I'm like a very moody person. So God means everything. Sometimes I don't want to talk to people, but I want to talk to God. So God can never neglect me. I love God more than everything.
Would you feel like God is your anchor right now and he's the most reliable person?
Yeah. He will never judge me.
Yeah.
Never judge me.
Yeah.
I also have to come with it because God will help you if you're also not like, let me not say if you're not like too dirty. God will still listen, but like if you like, God, listen to my heart. I'm coming with pure intentions. You will know it.
Yeah.
I can lie to people, but you can know my heart. God listens.
Are you listening back to what God is saying when you have those conversations.
I'm listening back. That's why now I'm in less trouble.
Yeah.
Because God will be like, and that's not my brand. I want to fight back. Then I'll listen back and be
Is it hard though to listen?
It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
We have your likes of Musa Kaula that are still behind bars. I won't lie. I used to talk to that man and be like, listen, for him to draft an apology, it would be so hard. I mean, you guys think it's hard as a blogger, as somebody that's seen out there. So there's people that would be like, I've read a go to jail that draft an apology. So, but me, I'm missing a mom. I have a lot to lose.
I can't lose everything just for holding my pride.
Musa Kaula. She's dead.
Yeah.
And he's scary.
Still there.
He's still behind bars. It's scary.
Yeah, he's still there. Choza. It's a beautiful cup. It's still giving that Barbie effect to me.
Yeah.
Was that the intention?
It wasn't the intention. I was always going live. I have the bonnet. People were like, guys, please sell Choza cups or something for us to be relatable to.
Delete me off your page.
You better delete me off your page if I don't want to be on your page. You want likes through me and views? Don't do that. Yeah, so Choza is my brand, is the cups, because now everybody is, when you're a brand, it's like, it's not about what you're selling, it's about, are you thinking about your fans? Are you,
Does it speak to them?
Yes, you speak to your fans and you're out there.
Sure.
People, and very powerful people sponsor my business.
Yeah.
It's just like the idea that, oh, you're selling cabs.
Sure.
It's not like I can even sell sweets. Business people like the idea of somebody working.
Absolutely.
So at this point, I want to motivate anyone, whether you're selling cupcakes or sweets or anything. Do you know the people that will sponsor you and give you money when you're doing that? Some people just like the idea of, oh, you're waking up and making money. Here is a big tip like this. Or here's for your new stock. I've got celebrities that I won't mention that sponsor my businesses that go like, you are rebranding. You're no longer like insulting people or like going off the internet. You're selling cabs. I used to sell sweets. They're like, we like that.
We're nearing the end of our conversation. Where are we in the healing spectrum? Because as you're saying, you're being intentional right now about being less dramatic, being less public about your affairs. Where do you think we are in the spectrum of healing?
In the spectrum of healing, I've healed completely, I won't lie. And healing comes with knowing God, knowing yourself, and knowing that you have to, it's self-love, basically, in everything. For you to get a job, for you to get a man, for you to get a relationship, friendship, people will appreciate you if you have healed, if you look good, if you look better for yourself, then you will attract everything that is good in your life.
Sure.
That's where I am at this point. When you have healed, when you're not complaining much, when you don't look like your problems, even if you need groceries, even if you need petrol, even if you need imali ya ukugibela, don't look like that problem. People are going to love you and respect you, and you're going to be in that chilled vibe. That's where I am in my life. Whether it doesn't matter whether people think you have 10 million or 10,000 or 500 or 100 rands. People will respect you on how you carry yourself and love yourself, and that's it, and that's on period.
What's that one thing in life Inno Morolong knows for sure and absolutely believes in?
Be a go-getter. You can get everything in life if you're a go-getter. If you believe that, like now, I know one day I will have my own production company. I've been behind the scenes, I've been a cast, and now there's another project where I'm a cast coordinator. I didn't know that word, imagine.
Sure.
So I'm like, and the funny thing is, I'm getting a lot of money for just being a cast coordinator.
Sure.
For Lagos, South Africa, for Kenya, Dubai, a lot of other I didn't know that that's a job. So you learn going forward. So I'm like, you know what? Learning and becoming a better person, you can get more. And behind the scenes, or even front. You know, I was watching the Real Housewives.
Which one? Of Durban?
No. Please, sorry, I love my South African people, but the Cohen, the American ones.
Yes.
You know, the
Yes.
menace. So my sister was like, the way, because my sister can read my energy. She was like, the way, because I've been my whole life doing shows.
Yeah.
So now, see, as a cast coordinator and now with Showmix and other shows, how I can see how much a person is earning. So I'm like, so now the main producer and other people are like getting my name, like, there's money in this industry. You know, there's money.
Yeah.
So people must not look down on people on people's jobs and everything. So there's money in this industry, guys. In the entertainment industry.
In closing, if this was your last opportunity to publicly apologize to anyone, do you believe you owe anyone an apology?
No. I don't owe anyone an apology. Instead, a lot of people owe me apologies because they are hypocrites. They will come and play victim. And when I'm I fight my own battles. I face them. And when I'm wrong, I own whatever.
Your wrongs.
My wrongs.
Yeah.
So no, I wouldn't change anything.
The show is Engineer Your Life, and I'm Lungelo KM. Inno Morolong, thank you so much. We will buy the Choza cups. This is my one. I'm keeping this one. I'm taking it to site so that the old Zulu men can judge me.
Ooh,
and say, Manjele cup daughter. But yes, it's fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Thank
you. You are doing so well.
Thank you.
Genuinely, you guys are doing so well. It's gonna go big. I wanted to say Simon or whoever that I see you in that, but we'll talk about it off air.
Oh wow! Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Kholwa emandleni onawo.
Oh my, we're finally doing this. What does EYL Africa represent? It's about standing in your power. It's about, in isiZulu, it's Kholwa emandleni onawo, which is our tagline. You will see it on the back of my t-shirts. It's about believing in the power that you have, believing in the power that your God, your guides have invested in you. Shop our socks, shop our t-shirt, and just keep believing in yourself. EYL Africa.
Now available on EYLshop.Africa.